Hey everyone, what's happening? It's Nick here, and I am going to, as promised, show you how to create an ad that is working super well for me and for a bunch of my Command one-on-one consulting clients. How to create an ad that advertises homes for sale in a particular area. Here we go. All right. First, the thing you want to do is you want to go to your KW agent site. Okay. If you don't know where that is, go to consumer under command and you can find the link under URLs. All right. So first what I'm going to do is I want to enter in a zip code. I've already done that. It's 07003, which is Bloomfield, New Jersey. And then once you find that area that you want to advertise, you can then come over here and start filtering the criteria for your search. This is going to be where your where the lead or your consumer is going to be led after they click the learn more button on your campaign. Okay, so I want to toggle this to only show actives and coming soons. All right. So then after that, I want to do the price, and let's just say like $349 and up. Okay, that brings us down to 101 properties. The property type, I only want to show houses. That brings us down to 76. And for bedrooms, I want to show 3 and 2, and that brings us down to 64 properties. Okay, so this link up here is the link that we are going to use when we are creating our campaign. All right, so now let's jump into designs because I want to create a cool looking design for our social media ad so it looks really professional. All right, let's create that design. And we're going to use a social and continue. Okay, so after it brings us in here, we're going to want to go to the listings tab and choose adjust listed template, and we'll use a social square because that looks the best on social media. Let's use this one right here. So I'm going to use it and we're going to customize this. Now, I need to find a property or an image of a property that looks like it could be in the area that I'm advertising. All right, so I want to click the image that's here on the template. Then I want to come over here to the left-hand side and click on workspace. All right. And when I click on workspace, I'm going to get all of these cool files, and all of these files have, they all have royalty-free images for you guys to use. So let's use house exteriors. And there's like a few dozen, right? So you're going to find one that looks like it could be a house in your area. Now, I know that this house, where is it? This house, I'm just going to swap it out. I click the replace button. This house looks like it could be in the Bloomfield, New Jersey area. And if I want to like move this a little bit, I click it and just kind of drag it and then click it again. All right. So now again, what I want to do here is I want to replace this just listed. So I'm going to type in homes in Bloomfield. Okay. Now I got to make that smaller. So I'm going to come over here up to the font size, make it a little smaller, and then I want to make this a little bit wider. There we go. Perfect. So homes in Bloomfield, it's centered. And down here where it says street name, I'm going to say click for the list. All right. I want to move this over a little bit to make it centered. Perfect. Now I want to swap out this DBA logo. So I click it and then just swap it out with a logo. And if I want to add my team logo, I can click my team logo and put it somewhere where I think it would look nice, which I think it looks nice right there. Okay. I'm going to give it a name, Bloomfield Homes, and let's come over here and save it. And you're also going to want to download it just in case. You can never be too safe. All right, cool guys. So that's downloaded. Let's jump into campaigns and let's create a new one. And social ad is what we'll use. We'll call this Bloomfield homes for sale, and we'll use Facebook. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to scroll down to the media portion of it, and I'm going to configure this and click select my media. I'll add my images. I'll upload the image that I just made, and I'll preview and crop it. Looks good. Let's save it. Perfect. Okay. Now I want to go to Facebook settings, and I'm going to use the learn more label, but I'm also going to use the Facebook lead generation form. So let's choose my business page. And then we're going to use the Facebook lead generation form. So we always get that information we're looking for. Now we need to enter the website URL. Okay. The website URL is this saved search that we did on our website. Now check this out. When I copy this and let's say I open it on a new browser, it will bring me to the exact same search that I created. It saves, it's evergreen. This is an ad that you could run like all year round, honestly, because it'll update in real time as homes come on and off the market. So I'm going to grab this link, click copy. I'm going to come over here to campaigns, and I'm going to paste it right in the website URL page. So when someone clicks learn more, it takes them right to this page so they can start searching. All right. Now let's get to using custom settings so we can advertise. Now I want to target this for New York City because that's where my buyers for Bloomfield, New Jersey will be coming from. So New York City, New York, New York. And here's the interest. This is what we're going to start to do for the interest. Now, the other day I ran an ad for a client of mine, a private client who got three qualified buyers who are all interested in buying a home within the next 6 to 9 months. And he sent them all to get pre-approved by his lender. So if all of that pans out, that could be $1 million in business for him. Okay. So here's how I did that. Adding interests. Okay. This is what I typically use. I'm just going to type them in because I can't talk and type at the same time. So yes, I can't do it. I like to use higher net worth targets because it brings me people who have money. Luxury property. House. I'm going to use house hunting later. Mortgage loans, mortgage insurance. Equity is a good one. So if people are interested in, how much the homes are worth in a particular area, we could also use stock market. And this is a good one too. First time buyers. That's a great target to use. Okay, save. These are just some of the targets that you can use. Now I'm going to narrow my audience for you guys. I'm going to click narrow audience. And this, okay, before I go and do this, let me show you. Up here, these target interests, this just targets people who are interested in finance or luxury properties or houses or mortgage loans. It doesn't target all of these. Okay, it's one or the other. So I'm going to narrow my audience, and I'm going to then type in Zillow. And then I'm going to do realtor.com. Okay. So now what I've done here is I am matching one or the other of these up here with both of these down here. So I'm matching mortgage loans with Zillow and realtor.com. I'm matching first time buyer with Zillow and realtor.com. Okay. Now I'm going to narrow it one more time. Now you don't have to do this because this will really get hyper targeted, and you're not going to get a ton of leads. You're going to get a handful of them, but because you're narrowing it down even more, you're more likely to get much more hyper targeted and interested people. So I'm going to click narrow audience again. And what I'm going to use here is first time buyer. I'm going to use that Oh, I used that already. No, I meant I'm going to use this. Sorry. House hunting. That's what I'm going to use. House hunting. Okay, so here's what this will do. So this is going to match one or the other up here with Zillow and Realtor.com. So let's use people interested in luxury property who look on Zillow and Realtor.com and are house hunting. Boom. That's an explosion of the brain right now. This will match people with first time buyer who look on Zillow and Realtor.com and are house hunting. People interested in getting a mortgage loan who are looking on Zillow and Realtor.com and are house hunting. This is a way to really, really, really get hyper targeted with your ads. Now, granted, it's going to be a much higher cost per lead. It could be $5 or $6, but you're more inclined to get someone who is much more interested in having a conversation with you. And I would rather pay $5 or $6 to have a conversation as opposed to like $1 or $2 and not. So that is how you would create that type of ad. Now, the text, what I typically do is if you're advertising a house in a particular area, I usually say homes for sale in Bloomfield, New Jersey. Bloomfield is a sought after destination for home buyers. And I pick 3 things about the town that people like: great schools, homes with a lot of character, and great shop and lots of shops and restaurants. So find 2 or 3 things about the neighborhood that people like and work it into the description. So that is how you do it, guys. I hope that you enjoyed it and give it a try. I'd love to hear your results.